Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Target Focus Life. My name's Steve, and today we're taking a look at the Browning BPS pump shotgun. So if you're looking for a detailed and in-depth review, you've come to the right place. Let's go! The Browning BPS is not a new shotgun. In fact, it came out in 1977 with a price tag of $209. A lot has changed since 1977, including the price of the BPS. It has an MSRP of $799. So this definitely is not the cheapest pump shotgun you're gonna find out there, but even though the MSRP was $799, I was able to find it at Reed's for much less than that, and that is why I picked it up there. A few other things have changed. I have one of the older versions here to contrast it with the updated design of the Browning BPS. So we're gonna take a look at that today. Browning says this gun is intended for hunting and sporting purposes. We're gonna put that to the test. I'm gonna break it all down for you. So let's jump right in. The BPS that I have in my hands is the 12 gauge option. It is the field model. Now Browning does in the field model offer a 20, 28, and 410 as well. And then they also have a 10 gauge in their composite model. They have camo options, a few different varieties available, but today we're going over this field model with the 28-inch barrel. They also have options for 26-inch. This is a 3-inch chamber. They do make a 3.5-inch chamber only in the composite model, the camo composite. The weight of this shotgun is 7 pounds, 11 ounces. It's definitely not the lightest gun out there, but that's only one of the factors. The lighter the gun, sometimes the heavier the recoil. We'll put that to the test in just a little bit. Length of pull is 14.25 inches. That's the distance from the trigger to the butt end. 14.25. A lot of pump shotguns come shorter than that. I like a 14.25 inch. It fits me just about right. I can maybe go a hair longer if I was wearing more clothes, but I got that long neck. I like to get into my guns. That fits pretty well. The drop at the comb is 1 5/8 inches. That's the distance if you were to draw a flat plane off the receiver. That distance right there, 1 5/8 inches. Drop at the heel is 1 7/8 inches. So you only have a 1/4 inch drop, 2/8, 1/4 inch drop on this gun. That's one of the changes from the prior version of the BPS. If you hold these guns right on top of each other, this is just a quick look at it, you can see that the comb of the older BPS has more drop to it. The comb of the updated BPS is a little bit flatter. A couple other differences that you might notice between these two shotguns. The checkering patterns are a little bit different here on the forearm. The checkering's a little bit different here on the stock as well. The other differences are just kind of in looks. If you look at this receiver on this older one, it's a blued finish. Blued finish looks really nice, but when you start to finger it up, get a little finger grease, a little finger oil on there, looks pretty tacky. It's got a gloss finish on the wood. If you look at this, this has got a satin finish on the wood, and it's got a matte blued finish. Not quite as tacky looking when you get fingerprints on it. It's a nice look. It's not that classic gloss look, kind of the older shotguns. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Put it in the comments down below. Do you love the look of that gloss blued gloss finish on the stock, or do you like that more satin matte look in your shotguns? Another thing to point out is on the butt end of the shotgun. The updated BPS has an influx recoil pad, which is a nice recoil pad. It's got some nice cushion to it, versus this older BPS basically just has a hard rubber pad. Not gonna help you absorb any of that recoil. We'll put it to the test though. We'll see when we shoot these side by side if one feels like it has more recoil in just a minute. If it were me, I would still consider getting a Falcon Strike recoil reduction system, hydraulic recoil reduction system. Pretty high-tech package. I have one on my Winchester SX4. This is my show gun. And if you look here at this pad, it really compresses, widens out, and I love it. It works tremendously well. You can find a custom fit one for your shotgun, or you can get just a standard fit one that fits most shotguns. Those are some of the basic differences. One other difference is, I believe, the Browning BPS, the original one, did not have Invector Plus. They've updated to Invector Plus choke system. That might have happened before they did the redesign. At some point, they went to the Invector Plus. They come with 3 choke tubes and the updated ones, improved cylinder, modified, and full. I've already went ahead and threw in a Carlson's choke tube for this. I like to put Carlson's in all the shotguns. I got a link for Carlson's down below and a discount code if you ever want to check them out. Go ahead and do that. Last thing I'm going to take a look at with specs here is just the trigger pull, what the weight of the trigger is. Make sure this gun's clear. It's not extremely light. It feels good. It's got a nice wide trigger. That feels pretty good. No slipping off that. I'm going to say it's somewhere between 5 and 6 pounds. 5 pounds, 3.5 ounces. Let's enter that one. Let's give it another pull. That one broke a little heavier. 5 pounds, 13.9 ounces. Enter that one. Let's give it one more. We'll get just a good average here. 5 pounds, 10.5 ounces. So we're looking at about 5 pounds, 9 ounces, which is somewhere between 5 and 6 pounds, as I predicted. So pretty good feeling trigger there. I like that. I know some pump shotguns get up even into 7 pounds. That's a lot heavier than I would like. So pretty impressed with the trigger, but when we get to speed shooting, we'll really break that down. Let's take a look at the ergonomics of this shotgun. This is just the look, the feel, the function in the hands. I pick up this gun. It feels pretty good. It's a little wider than what I would like, but if you grab shallow, which is often where I grab a pump shotgun. See where I have this one? Instead of getting my hands all the way up here, because if my hand's all the way up here and I'm fully extended, look at my elbow. Like, I'm fully extended. I like a little bend in my elbow like that. I can just run a lot faster that way. A little bit fat there on this part of the forearm. The grip feels pretty good, medium-sized grip. The texture, adequate, not too aggressive. Looks like a laser cut texture. I'm gonna guess 18 lines per inch. Not that that really matters all that much. The slide release, if you're a right-handed shooter, it's on the opposite side of the trigger, so you gotta kind of reach around to get it, which is not a huge deal if you're loading this gun. Most of the time you're gonna load it probably upside down anyways. So actually, if you put it upside down, you run it with your thumb as you load the gun. Kind of a cool thing with this gun is it's bottom eject, right? Bottom load, bottom eject. It only has one port. Instead of a lot of them, you load up into the magazine tube through the bottom, and then it's side eject. So you have 2 ports opening, dust, debris, more stuff to get in there. This limits that down to just one opening. Trigger guard got bigger in this shotgun versus this little one here. A little extra room to get your chunky fingers in there or your gloves. Last few things on ergonomics. It has a stepped up rib, which I highly prefer. Long neck, I've said this in many videos, when you have a long neck or narrow face or a combination of both, it's really hard to get your face down on a lot of these guns when there's a flat rib. So a stepped up rib really helps me be able to get my face down on the gun and still look flat across the rib. It's got a single bead on front, looks like a single brass bead. It's got the top tang safety, which is really nice. I mean, if you're right-handed, if you're left-handed, it really doesn't matter with this shotgun. Everything's gonna pretty much operate the same. It's a bottom eject, the safety's on the top, which is a really convenient place. If you're holding the shotgun like this, just really easy to put it on as you're mounting up. Super slick. Of course, it's got the standard Gould trigger. Let's jump into recoil and reliability. They are pump shotguns. I don't imagine there's gonna be any reliability issues, but we'll see how smooth the pump action is, how well and easy it ejects the shells. We'll look at recoil here. This gun's hot to trot. Let's take a few shots. Nailed it. Oh yeah, feeling good. Gotta miss one every once in a while. Actually feels really good for a pump shotgun. I didn't take much recoil into my face. I took it back into my shoulder. It has a little bit more recoil than you're gonna experience on some semi-autos, but for a pump, that felt really good. Let's try out the older BPS. Definitely more recoil in this gun. No doubt about it. This gun's got more recoil. Let's try a few off the machine. Yep. Hitting well with it. Smoked him. But definitely has a lot more recoil. Part of that is how much drop is in the comb. This comb has more drop. It's at a little bit more of an angle. The way that you perceive recoil changes sometimes when you change stock configurations. The other part is this hard rubber pad versus the influx pad. Both guns cycle and operate really well. We'll put that to a little bit more of a test when we get to speed shooting. When I'm on the clock, when I'm running fast, see how well they cycle. But as far as recoil, this gun feels really good. Part of it, again, is it's a little heavier, but overall, a great feeling gun. As far as other variations of the Browning BPS, I mentioned a few earlier in the field model. You can get 12, 20, 28, and a 410. And then they have composite models, either in camo or black synthetic, and they have a variety of options through there, one of which is a 10 gauge. Why you would want to shoot a 3.5-inch 10 gauge pump shotgun, I have no idea. If that's you, comment down below and tell me why. That sounds like a glutton for punishment. I gotta say, I don't shoot a lot of 3.5-inch in general. I know pump shotguns have more felt recoil than semi-autos, and a 10 gauge is as big as you can get. So if you're shooting a 3.5-inch pump 10 gauge, you like pain. You might wanna get that checked out. Let's quickly break down this Browning BPS. As we do so, we'll also look quality of build. The BPS is one of the nicer pump shotguns out there that I have seen, at least when you're talking about your kind of standard Remington, Benelli, Winchester. Just a well-built, fine pump shotgun. Let's pop this pin, get the trigger group out. Just one pin on the trigger group. I really like that. Pull the slide back, and these bars come out. I've actually never taken apart a Browning BPS until this moment, so this will be a good test. Look at that. It's pretty simple so far. That comes out, that comes out. Here we go. We're taking apart, ready for a good cleaning. I'm gonna give it a shot of Otis Dry Lube. This is one of my favorite lubricants. Make sure we're well lubed up here. Often with these pumps, there's just little tricks on how to get them back together. There we go. That was pretty simple so far. Put the slide back in. A lot of the design of the Browning BPS is based off the John Moses Browning designs. He came up with a lot of designs for pump shotguns, from the Model 12 to the Model 31 and a bunch of others. Definitely not as complicated as a few of the other pump shotguns I've reviewed this year. There we go. Now it's coming together. Not terrible. We should be running smooth now when it comes to speed shooting. This is a quality shotgun. And at the price point, you would expect that, right? MSRP of $799. A little bit more expensive than a lot of shotguns, but definitely just a quality shotgun all the way around. I'm happy with the build. I'm happy how it comes together. Without further ado, it's time for a little speed shooting. Now that I got it lubed up, ready to go, how fast can I smoke 3 clays with the BPS? This is where I put it all to the test. When I put recoil, reliability, trigger, all the things come together, and I'll give you my final thoughts after speed shooting. Not blazing fast, but it runs smooth. That felt pretty good. We got one score on the clock, 146. Yeah, my splits are super slow though. A 0.32 and a 0.28. All right, let's pick it up. Let's give it another try. Because I grip right here, there's not much for any texture, and I slide. When I try to go fast, I just slide. I might have to change my grip to get this one done. Felt pretty good, but I cheated. Threw it just a little early. Let's just look at the splits. A 3.6 and a 3.3. I'm not shooting this gun fast at all. Let's get one more clean hit. Come on, BPS, let's go. I'm getting slower, but I hit them all. A 1.58, 0.34 and a 0.34 split. Not bad for a pump action, but I tell you what, I really struggled with this shotgun. Like I said earlier in the video, my hand is often shallow here. There's not much for texture or grip. Let's try the old BPS. See if I can run this one a little bit more efficiently. There we go, 3 shots, a 1.49. That's better than I did with that gun. To really be fair, compare the two, about the only thing I really prefer on this gun is the grip of the forearm. If you look at these two guns, the texture comes down further on the grip than it does here. That helped me actually in the pump action quite a bit, having a little bit more texture to grab a hold on. Otherwise, very similar guns. What I really like about this one, a lot less felt recoil. The Inflex recoil pad is a nice addition. It looks slick. The Browning BPS, just a quality pump shotgun. One that I would be Just thrilled to shoot in the field, not thrilled to do speed shooting with it. It's not a performance shotgun in that way, but just a quality overall field, and you can shoot some sporting with it, no problem. It's definitely a shotgun worth checking out if you're looking for a pump shotgun and you want something with a little bit more quality, not that baseline low-end stuff. Just a little bit more money can get you a fine pump shotgun. That's the Browning BPS. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, whether you're in the field or in life, you're only gonna hit those shots you're laser focused on. So live target focused. See ya!